Hello community, welcome back to another Barcelona transfer news video. We are back with another one. Now before I start off this video, I wanted to confirm with you guys about the previous video that actually the previous video was supposed to be uploaded by Wednesday, which was the day before the assembly. But due to some circumstances, I had uploaded it yesterday, and this is the double upload, or basically the second upload, or basically the rumors, the reports that will be covered up in this video post assembly. The assembly results already came out, and of course all of you probably know socios have approved it. The two economic levers, which is the BLM, the 25% sale of TV rights, of course these two were approved, and it just takes a matter of time when it actually gets activated. It has been approved, so it's definitely gonna cause lot of impact in the Barcelona summer window. And how will it do? We're gonna be discussing about that. And of course, the huge, gigantic amount of rumors and links that we have got with many different players like Bernardo Silva, like even Jules Kounde, well, even Frenkie de Jong, some reports around him. So many rumors, so many reports came on, it was just a lot. So, of course, we're going to be discussing about them. Many reports coming out. Let's get into it.
It's PSG leading the break. Gomes looking for the overlap. Alba inside. It's Messi!
Outside, who plays it inside. Great tackle, but oh, he's finished off by Xavi. It's a run from him, but it's Messi. It's Iniesta! And the chill.
Now, first report, of course, we're going to be getting into, which is given by Mundo Deportivo. Barcelona must close the first 10% sale of TV rights before 30th June to be able to register players. There are 8 offers on the table worth 200 million to 300 million euros. Negotiations are ongoing. The rest of the TV rights, BLM and studios can be done in July. Now, here's one confusion that I had was in the assembly, the approval was going for 2 levers, which was the BLM and the 25% sale of TV rights, but not Barca Studios. So I wonder how the situation is going to be around that. Is there going to be another meeting for the socios to approve? But Laporta did mention in the meeting that there will be no further meeting after this assembly approval, basically thing, right? So I was wondering, like, if there'll be no more meetings, if there'll be no more assemblies going to happen. So what's going to happen then for Barca Studios? Is it just confirmed without socios asking? Well, probably we might know about them later, but of course, the cash injection is coming in. It has been approved, well, for 2 of them. And apparently there has been rumors going on that the total amount is 700 to 800 million euros for Barcelona, which also gave us a bit of an insight about how much is going to be the transfer budget. And the rumor transfer budget is immaculate. 200 million euros by Cope. Actually, Cope covered this up first, and many other reporters as well gave it a bit of a backing. So I think it might be reliable, which means that Barcelona might have 200 million euros for the transfer budget. Now, of course, it might be true, it might not be true, but Cope is mostly reliable. So I did definitely think that maybe it actually might happen. So, of course, a lot of money has come in for Barcelona, big increase in the budget. And of course, they have lots of works to do, just like it said in this report, where the first 10% of the TV rights has to be sold in order to register the new players. Of course, Andreas Christensen, Frenkie, and maybe even the other signing that might happen before pre-season, which we'll be discussing later on. So it is definitely going to be very exciting and amusing window. I have to see like how this situation will be handled by the board, what the board is actually going to do. We have some insights about them, and of course the coach Xavi Hernandez, we were going with a bit of a compromise with him in terms of his priorities. He had a good amount of priorities that he wanted for Barcelona to do, but of course we were in such difficult situation. But now, because of these levers being activated or soon to be activated, new demands have come in. Or I won't say it's new demands, but the big demands, I would say. The dream signings that Xavi had in his mind has come into probably reality, you could say. So in this report, it says Xavi wishes to sign Robert Lewandowski, Jules Kounde and Bernardo Silva. The Barcelona board will do everything to sign them despite the difficulties. First of all, let's get on to Robert Lewandowski, the priority signing for Barcelona this summer. Coming from Fabrizio Romano, Barcelona are preparing their new official bid for Robert Lewandowski. Laporta's great relationship with his agent Xavi helped to wait and keep valid verbal agreement on personal terms. Next report coming from Sport, Robert Lewandowski is convinced that Bayern Munich will see the reasons and start negotiating with Barcelona soon. Barca want to have him for the pre-season tour to the United States, which starts on 16th July. Cope, Helena Condis also gave a bit of a backing to that. Barcelona want to present Robert Lewandowski before 15th July. And now Gerard Romero came with a very interesting report. At Bayern Munich, they believe that Lewandowski is more outside than ever. There are people in the club who already see it unfeasible for him to stay, especially when they believe that Barcelona can reach the 40 million euros asking price. Of course, it's a big change coming up from the lever activations, and we have got so much money that now, in fact, there has been rumors that the new bid that, of course, Fabrizio Romano mentioned about, the new bid is rumored to be around 50 to 55 million euros, which I feel like personally that's a bit too much. I don't think so we should splash money by this much. Of course, I do understand Robert Lewandowski is the priority this summer, so of course Barcelona wants their very best to get this done, and I think 50 million euros will definitely make Bayern Munich think a lot and maybe in fact even sell him. Of course, Sadio Mane as well already has joined Bayern Munich, so I just wonder what's going to happen with Robert Lewandowski's situation. Is Bayern Munich going to be more compromising for Robert Lewandowski, or are they still going to be stubborn? It's going to be really interesting. But right now, Barcelona apparently might prepare a new bid for around 50 to 55 million euros, which is, I think it's still quite a lot. But let's see what's actually going to be the official bid, the official price that they're going to put. That was just the rumored bid that they were discussing about. Now, this report is coming from Di Marzio. Koulibaly, the club which is most interested in Koulibaly at the moment is Barcelona. But Napoli, for the moment, believe that they will not lose him, even though he has only an year left in his contract. Now, of course, with Jules Kounde being the priority centre-back signing for Xavi Hernandez, I think it's definitely going to be interesting that Kalidou Koulibaly should probably be the one that Barcelona should chase, right? I mean, he is very quality. He's not that old yet. He's around 31, I think. 31, 32, 31, I think he is. He can still do pretty good. Like, if you actually watch him play and stuff, he actually does pretty well. So, at 31, 32, with such great quality, and let's not forget even his valuation, which is around only 30 to 35 million euros. It's actually quite less compared to what we were apparently had to give for Jules Kounde. So, of course, it was a interesting situation, and I wanted Barcelona to make and bid for Koulibaly, because I think to get a player like him and a centre-back duo of Araujo and Koulibaly would be amazing. But after the lever activation, apparently the rumors around Jules Kounde has linked up again. First coming from London Blue Pod, and they said Chelsea have already got a financial agreement in place with Jules Kounde in terms of contracts, but there is no agreement over a fee with Sevilla yet. The player is really up for joining Chelsea. But Mundo Deportivo said Jules Kounde prioritizes joining Barcelona over other clubs like Chelsea. Barca will try to make an offer of cash plus a player of Sevilla's liking to the Andalusian club. And apparently that player that they're going to be adding on is going to be Serginho Dest, because that's the only player that Sevilla likes. And again, I don't think so that should happen, because right now the right back situation is looking delicate. We have been linked to some rumored right backs other than Azpilicueta, which was Dodo. Now he's also, I would say, probably less average-ish. You know, he's not that great compared to Dest. And let's not forget, Dest is young. He's got the pace. He also has the potential to grow. So I think, of course, Dest should stay for the next season, because we're going to struggle hard if we sell him as well. I mean, we only have then probably Roberto and Cesar Azpilicueta if in case he comes. Dani Alves has left. So we're going to have this oldies, we're going to get destroyed in that right hand side. And I definitely don't want that to happen. So I think we should, since the like the transfer budget that was discussed was around 200 million euros. I think maybe they should give not exactly a lot, but like, give a bit like 60 million from those 200 million, because of course the other signings that we have to make, one of them is kind of like vice versa type of deal, or basically we get the money but we spend it as well. So it's not like it's going to affect really a lot in our budget. We're not using the money from the budget, we're going to be using that from the sale of a player. I think you guys have understood who I'm talking about. But I really want Jules Kounde to just be like a transfer fee. And of course, now that Barcelona is being preferred by Jules Kounde, it's actually going to be quite interesting. And of course, rumors have lit up a lot that Jules Kounde might come to Barcelona, but we'll see what happens. And I mean, apparently, I would love Jules Kounde to Barcelona. Let's not mention that. I love him. I think he's going to be definitely a quality player, but it's going to be, of course, what deal we're going to go with. Are we going to actually add Dest? If we do that, I think that's going to be a very bad move. Now, coming from Martinez Ferran from Mundo Deportivo, Bernardo Silva has asked Manchester City to listen to offers from Barcelona. He still wants to leave England and is attracted by Barca. The price would be around what Barca want for Frenkie de Jong, 80 million to 100 million euros. That is quite a high valuation. But of course, Manchester City are going to bargain for him for the quality, for the performance that he has within him, that he can provide. Of course, he can definitely be bargained by this much. God damn, that's a lot of bargain. But more reports have coming out, and of course, first from Cope, Barcelona have begun talks with Bernardo Silva's agent. He's the intended replacement for Frenkie de Jong in the event he is sold. Fabrizio Romano said Bernardo Silva is very much open to the idea of joining Barca. Now, Gerard Romero coming with another interesting report. There is a pact between Bernardo Silva and Manchester City for him to leave in the summer. The price is now feasible for Barcelona due to the economic levers. It's going to be interesting, very interesting situation. And of course, this is the play that I was talking about, where we won't actually use a lot of money from our budget. Of course, it's probably going to be the exact same money that we probably get from Frenkie de Jong from Manchester United. It's either like 100 million and then you give 100 million. I hope it's not 100 million for Bernardo Silva. I think that's quite a lot. Maybe like, 90, 80 million, I'm saying, for Bernardo Silva. Just give that and get him. So, of course, it's that's why I was saying that Jules Kounde and Robert Lewandowski should probably be the two signings. And one more, of course, that should be used from the budget. But anyways, about Bernardo Silva, he's a quality player. He's 27, going to be 28 in August. He's going to be entering in his prime. Xavi likes him a lot because he's the interior that he sees him succeeding at Barcelona. I don't know. I do love Frenkie de Jong as well. He's world class. You have been seeing the performances that he has been giving in with Netherlands. Apparently every player just rises up for international teams because goddamn, they just perform. Memphis Depay just becoming like highest goal scorer or some shit for Netherlands. But yeah, still Frenkie de Jong has done pretty good in Barcelona under Xavi as well at a certain time. But it's just like he doesn't fit the system yet according to Xavi, and that's why Bernardo Silva is being hard-assed. Now, there's one thing that many people have problems with is about his age, because Bernardo Silva is going to be 28, Frenkie is 25. But I feel like it's not going to be much of a difference because, well, I would say for the term, for the next 3 to 4 years, definitely Bernardo can give us a lot. Of course, Frenkie could maybe give us more service for more time, maybe 5-6 years or something. But I feel like Bernardo Silva, who's entering in his prime, I think probably we can get the best out of him right now. If in case we think about later, I think that's going to be a big loss. So if we want to get the best out of Bernardo Silva that we are seeing in Manchester City, that is right now. So with that keeping in mind, of course, Xavi is thinking to have Bernardo Silva as well. It's not only because of the interior, but also because of the quality that he can actually perform, the consistency. So it's going to be interesting, but let's see what happens. We have to probably see what happens. I'm in a very sketchy situation when it comes to Frenkie de Jong and Bernardo Silva. Now, this report, of course, lots of reports were surrounding around Frenkie de Jong, and of course, some of them we're going to be discussing. First, from Jamie Jackson, Manchester United are preparing a second offer for Frenkie de Jong, around 70 million euros plus bonuses. United are still hopeful that Barcelona will reduce their asking price. Telegraph said that Manchester United are still keen to sign Frenkie de Jong from Barcelona, despite both clubs being 20 million euros apart in their valuations. Remember that Barca wants 85 million euros. Now, our next report, Barcelona have a great desire to sell Frenkie de Jong. The player continues to monitor the situation while being on vacation. And I think this is probably the last report, actually second last. Currently, there's a difference of 10 million euros to 15 million euros in the guaranteed money between Barcelona's demands and Manchester United's offer for Frenkie de Jong. And last report, Fabrizio Romano, the high salary of Frenkie de Jong is creating problems in Barcelona's wage bill. So, of course, basically, Barcelona are having a big desire to get Bernardo Silva and sell Frenkie de Jong. And of course, the first offer that Manchester United gave was abysmal, around 60 million, which was absolutely embarrassing from them. I mean, how would they expect that you would actually get that offer done and deal? And like, I actually understand that. But of course, it's like the situation that Bernardo Silva is being very much liked by Barcelona. So of course, that's why Frenkie de Jong is mostly being discussed as to leave. Of course, there's been like many reports coming out that Frenkie de Jong leaving is actually going to be a sporting decision, not an economic decision anymore, because of course the levers has been activated or will be activated. Of course, a lot big injection is going to come to Barcelona. So now Manchester United are making a 70 million euro offer. That's still very low as to what we are asking. I mean, they are trying to get a bargain from us, but now actually we are gonna have the power actually, because we are not in much of a desperation to sell Frenkie. I mean, of course, as I said, Barca still likes Frenkie, but they do not rule out for him to leave for big money. You know, of course, they won't let him leave without the big money. And I'm talking about like 90. I'm talking about 100 million euros. Okay, 100 might be a bit too much. Maybe let's say 95 to 90. I think maybe even 85. They're not going to be letting Frenkie de Jong go until Manchester United gives that offer. So Barcelona are pretty much calm right now, so they have the power in this situation, and United are just hoping. But yeah, this offer is also probably going to get rejected big time, because 70 million definitely it's not going to be the case for Frenkie de Jong. But of course, Manchester United are trying their best, and of course, Football Joe and Lille 5 actually came out with a report saying that Richard Arnold, CEO of Manchester United, explains that John Murtough is working from 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. to try and get the Frenkie de Jong deal done ASAP. I mean, why that much? All you have to do is also, let me tell you guys something, that Manchester United is actually having the same budget as ours without the economic levers. They are having around 200 million euros to spend. I think that's very reliable sources and stuff. 200 million euros, and you can't even spend 90 on Frenkie. I mean, you're going to spend 80 on Maguire and shit, and you can't spend 90 on the player that can very much fit in your system, the player that your coach is dying to get. I mean, man, come on. But look, we're going to give them a tight slap in the face by rejecting the offer. I mean, if Barcelona agrees, I'll be fuming hard. I will be making a separate video of it, and I'll be destroyed inside. But yeah, anyways, I think definitely Frenkie de Jong is going to be going. If he's going to be going, he will probably go by 85 to 90 million. And it's not like Manchester United are going to give up. They are going to try their best. Of course, Erik ten Hag is pushing hard for it. So I think this deal might happen, but let's see when it happens. We have to wait and watch. Now, next report is coming from Sport. Spezia Calcio have decided to not execute the 2.7 million euro buy option for Ray Manai, and he will return to Barcelona on 1st July. Manai's contract ends in 2023 and the club needs to find a new destination for him. So there were a couple of videos before that I explained that Ray Manai would actually go to Spezia Calcio. Well, now that seems done deal. I mean, it looks like he's definitely not gonna go, and that sucks a lot because we need that money. It's like a little bit money, and of course Ray Manai as well won't have a place in the first team. I mean, we're gonna be stacked up. So Ray Manai, now we have to find a new place for him, or maybe a new loan for him, or I don't know, maybe a permanent transfer. I don't know. We have to see. But Spezia Calcio have backed up from Ray Manai. Now, next report is coming from Relevo. Barcelona B goalkeeper Alex Ruiz will leave the club and join Alcorcon. And another report has come out said that after Karevic's departure, another Barcelona B goalkeeper, Barcelona B now has 5 goalkeepers. Are now Tenas, Neil Ruiz, are now Rafus, who could go on loan after a long injury. Alex Ruiz is of course going to leave, and Koke Carrillo, who could join Pontevedra in the Primera RFEF. So that means basically Barcelona B is going to have 2 goalkeepers. God damn. And now Rafus, maybe it could make it 3, but of course the club is looking to mostly get him on loan. And I'm not gonna lie, the Barca B situation is looking very weird to me. This revolution is looking too much of a dissolution. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like this Barcelona B is actually selling so many players. Their goalkeepers are going, their main players like Jandro Relana are now Comas. If you haven't seen, there was literally a revolution going on at Barcelona B, which I explained in my previous video. I don't know what's happening in Barcelona B. I think they're getting into the mud or some shit. Like, so many departures, and probably the few signings that I've seen is Emre Demir and Pablo Torre. That's probably it, if I'm not wrong. And they're also like, forwards. They're not even like centre backs or goalkeepers or something for the back line. It's looking very tough for Barcelona B. But yeah, looks like Laporta maybe has some new plans for this Barcelona B. Now, Di Marzio came with another report regarding Di Maria. Juventus are expecting a definitive answer from Angel Di Maria by this weekend. Now, Matteo Morito from Relevo gave a lot of reports around Di Maria. Juventus are committed to convincing Di Maria by offering him a contract to his needs. Barca's option is the one that the player and his family have most wanted for 2 weeks, when Barca's interest was the most concrete. Di Maria does not want to wait without guarantees, and Juve wants to sign him now. Di Maria has made it known to those closest to him that he would prefer to finish his European stage in Barca or Benfica due to a personal choice. But the team that is most in a hurry to sign him is Juventus. In a couple of days, Di Maria must give a definitive answer to Juventus, who believe they have done everything possible to sign him. Now, you might be wondering, why is Di Maria still not confirmed by Barcelona, or why there hasn't been much big moves done by Barcelona regarding Di Maria, especially the links, the reports that were coming around him for Barcelona. It was, of course, very strong and from very reliable resources. So it's like the reason why Di Maria is not being done or done deal by Barcelona is because the economic levers has made it possible for Raphinha to Barcelona. Sport came out said, Joan Laporta transmits to Raphinha that Barcelona will have the financial muscle and they will look to sign him. Yes or yes. Leeds United have reduced their demands from 65 million euros to 50 million euros. Barca for the moment are offering 40 million euros. I mean, that is the best news I've heard, because let's not forget, Robert Lewandowski is up for the grasp. Jules Kounde, you could say maybe as well. I mean, right now we are looking pretty good in financial conditions, so I think so the transfer fee shouldn't be much of an issue for Jules Kounde now. Bernardo Silva is pretty much a deal which would be like a vice versa for Frenkie de Jong. We sell de Jong, we get Bernardo Silva. And now Raphinha, this is the another deal that I was talking about that should be used from our transfer budget. And apparently it won't be a lot, because Leeds definitely are stepping down for their asking price. And this is the reason why Barcelona have very much dipped down for Di Maria, because they actually did not give up on Raphinha. They never did. It's just that they were looking for other options other than Raphinha. But now that the economic levels have activated, Raphinha makes it much more possible. And I feel like that should definitely be the case, because Ousmane Dembele is going to leave. Di Maria, while he's a quality right winger, as I've always said, the problem is we will still be lacking that playmaker in that Dembele had in him. Dembele might probably just get his ass in Chelsea, while we'll be very much in problems finding a replacement. But Raphinha is definitely that replacement that we need. And now that we got the money, I think we definitely should go for it. And this is why Barcelona have kind of dipped down from Di Maria. They actually want now Raphinha. And hopefully this will be a strong yes. Of course, Juan Laporta himself has said yes. And this source as well is quite credible. So we have to wait and see. But this summer is looking really, really exciting just by those two economic levels. How insane! But big bubs, it's like big dubs for Joan Laporta and the board. Now, next report again. And now this is a bit of a sad report regarding Ansu Fati. Barcelona believe that Ansu Fati should have undergone the surgery for his recent hamstring injury and that he did a big mistake not undergoing it. 5 months after suffering the hamstring injury, he's not yet ready for competing at the highest level. In fact, he is far from ready. This is very worrying news. And before, of course, when I didn't have this channel up and when I saw that news that Ansu was actually going to take the natural treatment, I just said, oh my God, come on. I mean, at that time, we were not in such a desperate situation for Ansu because we still had some sort of wingers in our options. You know, Dembele could play at the left, maybe even Memphis. Memphis, of course, used to play in the left-hand side. Then we found Xavi as a false winger at the left-hand side. Then, you know, we had bit options in the wings. Of course, Ansu Fati is a fantastic player. He adds a lot, and that's why we wanted the best from him and the best for him, which, of course, would come if he would have taken the surgery. But he was determined to play for Barcelona towards the end. And he took the surgery. I mean, he did not take the surgery and he took the natural treatment, which brought him back in 4 to 5 months. But now he's still being benched. He's not able to play complete minutes. In fact, as the reports say, he's just not ready for the big stage yet. It's very worrying for Ansu Fati, and I just wish the best for him. I think, I personally believe that he should have taken the surgery, and even though it would have taken a year, but imagine like a year of patience, and then he would have come back best as ever. That would be insane. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks very, very disheartening for Ansu Fati. He's not yet ready for the big stage yet. Well, of course, we ended the video off on a pretty sad note, but of course, the whole video, hopefully you guys still enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to give that like, make sure to give that subscribe, share it to as many people as possible. The grind is gonna be continuing, you always know it. And of course, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And as always, Forza Barca, peace.